A cheerful good morning and a very warm welcome to each and every one of you present today in the GK class. Once again, I welcome you back, and at the same time, once again, I would like to, you can say, provide you the suggestions or request each and every one of you to please pay utmost attention to your daily life habits, as the situations are not under our control, or the situations have not very much normal. Okay, as you have seen that if you would have gone through the newspapers, the United Kingdom is going to receive, that is the UK is going to receive the first round of vaccine. And if you would have gone through the newspapers as well, so in the newspapers also, it is of the view that is the vaccine which will be available for the normal people, that is like us, who are not into any special category for this COVID-19. So it is a long time, that is we are not going to get it very easily, or we are not going to get it very soon. So it is a long back, because each and every country is facing the same problem. So I request each and every one of you to take all the necessary precautions, and please limit your use of going outside as much as possible. Starting with this today's session, first again I would like to first show you the syllabus and everything, and thereafter we'll be going ahead with today's class. Okay, if you can see here, in the last class we have done page number 44 and 50 of science and technology. So today we will try to finish first the last page of science and technology, that is page number 57, and thereafter we will be going ahead with page number 45 of arts and literature, and thereafter, if time permits, we'll be going for page number 51 as well. Okay, before going ahead with today's class, there will be a little bit change in the scenario. The scenario what is going to be changed here is that initially I'll be giving you two questions to solve. I'll be first explaining you, and then you will have to solve these two questions related to maths, and at the same time then we will be having our bookish part, and finally we will be going ahead with our current affairs, and in the last again I'll be providing with you two questions. And all these four questions, the two in the beginning and two in the last, has to be done by you, and you all have to share the solutions as well as the answers of it in your query session window. Is that clear? So I hope all of you will have understood. Without wasting the time, let us start with our today's class. Here you have the very first two questions. Okay, these are the two questions in front of you. I request you to please do it first. These are the two questions. First I'm explaining you here, this plus sign means divide, into means minus, minus means into, and divide means plus. That is, wherever in this question, this is your entire question, this part, okay, you will have to solve it. Okay, how you will be solving, that is your problem. But here plus means divide, so in place of plus or addition you will be putting the sign of division. Minus means into, that is here you will put the sign of into means minus, that is here you will put the sign of subtraction. And the last one, this division sign will be replaced by addition sign here, and then you will be solving the question. The same way you will be doing here also. 100 d20, in this case the question is this one. 100 d20, d means your division, so here you will put the sign of division. 20 followed by c means your multiplication, so in between 20 and 3 you will be putting the sign of multiplication. I hope now you would have got the idea, and thereafter you will start solving the question. Please solve it fast. As you can see here, if you can see 432, I will be giving you just not more than 3 minutes to solve this question. Please do it fast. At 7 minutes, we'll be starting our class again, that is the bookish part. So I request you to please do it fast, all of you. First do the first one, put today's date, then followed by question number 2. I hope all of you are doing it. Please do take it seriously. I need the answers from all of you. The questions are very much easy. Last year you have practiced these type of questions, and this is just a revision of your class 5th. And these types of questions you will be getting it in your exams as well. So please do it carefully. Let us have a quick view over the time as well. It's 6:09. The last minute is going on. Please do it fast. Please take the screenshot or click the picture of these two questions, as you will have to solve it. Okay. So if you are able to do it now, superb. If you are not able to complete it within 3 minutes, please try to solve it after the class. I hope all of you would have done. Okay, alright, it already 7 minute is over. I am giving you last 30 seconds, and thereafter we'll be starting with our class. That's it. I cannot give you more time than this one. Okay, so this was all. I hope all of you would have clicked the pictures and everything. If you wanted, if you would have not finished it, as I've told you earlier only. Now we'll be starting with our class, that is the bookish part, which we have to do it. Syllabus already I told you, that is first we'll be doing page number 57. So let us do that first. Okay. In this case, these are the famous mathematicians. Okay, and we have to just read the clues and then solve the crossword using the names of some famous mathematicians. And thereafter, in the last, we'll be going ahead with the fact file. Starting with the very first one we have, that is the read the clues and solve the crossword using the names of the famous mathematicians. The first one, that is the Pythagoras. Okay, or if we start from here also, okay, let us do it in this way. This is the third one, that is across. That is across basically means from left to right, and down, or down basically means from up to down. Across means from left to right. Starting with the third one, this English physicist and mathematician was one of the key figures in the scientific revolution of the 17th century. He is one of the two inventors of a branch of mathematics called calculus. Okay, and he is none other than Newton. Okay, this is related to his mathematician contribution. Regarding the science, that is the physics contribution, I would like to tell you that is the concept of motion. Okay, that is when a body is moving. He has given 3 of the equations related to that, and they are also known as the Newton's laws of motion. Okay, that is the Newton's laws of motion, as I can tell you just one of them. Okay, it states that a body continues to be in the state of rest or state of motion unless and until an external force is applied on it. मतलब एक कोई भी बॉडी है जो मूव कर रही है या जो रुकी हुई है, ठीक है, वो अपने मोशन में या अपने स्टेट ऑफ रेस्ट में कंटिन्यू करती है जब तक हम उसके ऊपर कोई एक्सटर्नल फोर्स ना लगाएं, ठीक है। अब यहाँ पे एक्सटर्नल फोर्स की बात कैसे है, जैसे आप बैठे हो, आप क्लास अटेंड कर रहे हो, अगर आपको उठ करके जाना है, ठीक है, सो यू विल हैव टू अप्लाई फोर्स ऑन योर legs, then only you will be able to move or the motion will occur. A cycle is kept in your homes at a proper place. If you want to have a ride over the cycle, okay, so you'll have to take that cycle and start paddling on it, and paddling basically means you are applying the force and then only you come into motion. In the same way, when you are in the motion, ठीक है, आप मोशन में हो, आप साइकिल चला रहे हो, but you will have to stop it, you want to stop it basically, ठीक है, तो again you will have to apply the brakes, and applying the brakes again needs the application of force basically. तो ये एक लॉ था. So this is the physics contribution, and many more contributions are there in the field of physics as well. Okay, let us go ahead with the next one. Number 4, the most famous mathematician in ancient Greece, he discovered the relation between surface and volume of a sphere and the law of buoyancy. That is your Archimedes Principle. Okay, in the mathematics part I cannot tell you a lot, but buoyancy, that is related to science basically. That is, when you put anything in water, you find that they keep on floating on it. Okay, two things happen, either the substances or the things, they keep floating on the surface of water, or they get submerged in water. ठीक है, या तो चीजें तैरते हुए मिलेंगी या तो वो चीजें डूब जाएंगी. So buoyancy is basically related to this concept only, and buoyancy is nothing but the force which is applied by the water when anything is immersed into it. ठीक है, जब आप जैसे कोई भी भारी चीज आप ले लीजिए, एक पत्थर आप लीजिए, ठीक है, या एक कोई बॉटल ले लीजिए, पानी भर लीजिए उसमें, एंड यू जस्ट ट्राई टू पुट दैट वाटर बॉटल इनसाइड अ बकेट कंटेनिंग वाटर. ठीक है, आप ये एक्सपेरिमेंट करके भी देख सकते हो, बहुत ही अच्छा एक्सपेरिमेंट है और ये आप लोगों ने करके देखा भी होगा शायद. ओके, व्हेन यू टेक दैट बॉटल इन योर हैंड यू फाइंड इट लिटिल बिट हैवी, बट व्हेन यू कीप द सेम बॉटल और इमर्स द सेम बॉटल इन वाटर you find it very light in weight. Okay, that light in weight is just because some of the forces are applied by the water in the upward direction, that is also known as your buoyant force. Okay, let us go ahead with this. Now going ahead, sorry for this one. Okay, across we have done, that is your number 3 and number 4. Now let us go ahead with the down portion, that is from top to bottom. The name of this ancient Greek mathematician is most commonly associated with the theorem that explains the relation between the legs and hypotenuse of a right triangle. Okay, that is known as your Pythagoras Theorem. Okay, this Pythagoras Theorem is what? Let me explain you that as well. Okay, a little bit in a quick manner. Okay, if we suppose take this figure, flowcharts, symbols and shapes. Okay, we can take this one. No, this is not going to be there. We would like to have a triangle shape. Okay, and this one. All of you have seen this triangle, okay, earlier in class 5th when you have read the chapter basic shapes, mathematical shapes in class 5th. Okay, so this is a right angle triangle because this angle is 90 degree here. Okay, okay, since one of the angles is right angle, that is 90 degree. And which angle is this? It is this angle. Okay, so when we are drawing, let me show you if I'm able to draw it. No, I'm not able to draw it. Okay, so this angle is considered, okay, I'm drawing it from outer side. This angle is your 90 degree. Okay, that is why it is also known as right angle triangle. Okay, so this part, okay, this is known as your basically height or perpendicular. Okay, this is known as your hypotenuse, and this is known as the base. Okay, this is known as the base of the triangle. This is known as the base. Okay, this is known as the hypotenuse. Whereas this is known as your perpendicular. Okay, so these are the three sides of a right angle triangle. That is one which forms the 90 degree angle, that is known as your perpendicular. This line is known as the base of the triangle, whereas this longest side of a right angle triangle is known as your hypotenuse. So according to his theorem, that is according to the Pythagoras theorem, he gave this formula, that is hypotenuse square, basically that is the square of hypotenuse is equal to p square plus base square. That is hypotenuse square. See, I don't know how to put that symbol. देखिए ऊपर जो square का sign लगता है, 2 का square 4, okay, 3 का square 9, in that way. So hypotenuse square is equal to h square. H is basically representing the your hypotenuse, sorry, not h, it is the p square plus b square. Okay, so this is basically the hypotenuse, this is basically the Pythagoras theorem, that is hypotenuse square equals to p square plus b square. Okay, so this was the theorem given by him. If we move ahead with this, so next one we have, he was the earliest known Indian mathematician whose works are still available. He flourished during the Gupta dynasty, that is your Aryabhat. Okay, I hope Aryabhat was only responsible for giving or summarizing his ideas related to this. Okay, so Aryabhat will be reading about him in the fact files. The last one, we have this Greek mathematician born in Alexandria, Egypt, is often referred to as the father of geometry. His famous work is the Elements. We have one of the chapters also related to him, either in 9th class or in 10th class, I'm not sure. That is also known as Euclid's geometry. Okay, moving ahead with this, I would like to show you here so that you can fill it easily. This was number 1, that is your Pythagoras. Number 2, Aryabhat. Number 3, Newton. Number 4, Archimedes. Number 5, Euclid. Okay, fact file we have here, that is Aryabhat 1 was one of the first mathematician to use algebra. Okay, in 499 CE, you have the chapter algebra most probably in this term only. Okay, which summarizes his ideas on, he completed Aryabhatiya, which summarizes his ideas on mathematics. Most of this work deals with subjects such as astronomy and spherical trigonometry. Aryabhat 1, most probably, I don't know, laid out 33 rules of arithmetic algebra, and plane trigonometry as well. Okay, moving ahead with this, next one we have page number 45. Okay, that is related to your arts and literature. Indian musical instruments. Let us have a quick view over the time as well. Okay, already 20 minutes has been passed. Still we have 5 minutes more. Let us complete this page as well. Indian musical instruments, when we are talking about, so these, identify these musical instruments of Indian origin. Pick your answers from the help box. Okay, and the first one, this is your known as manjira. Okay, you must have seen in some of the dance forms as well, and at the same time most probably you have seen if you visit to Sankat Mochan. Okay, if you visit to Sankat Mochan, you, or in any of the temples, you'll be able to find that this is being used whenever they are singing any kind of bhajans or anything like that. This dhol, all of you know that famous dhols are basically used by Punjabis, or in most of the marriage, basically the dance being done by the people, they are being done on the beats of dhols only. Okay, so this is dhol. This is known as your Ektara, which is now it is very less common or present in only specific parts of the world or India as well. Mridangam. Okay, when we are talking about this, so this is also a kind of, you know, हम लोग उसको जनरली हम ढोलक बोलते हैं, बट दिस इज अ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ ढोलक. ओके, दैट इज योर नोन एज मृदंगम. Okay, mostly you will be able to find all these instruments in various kinds of songs related to your devotees. Okay, next one we have tutari. Okay, right, tutari. Okay, this one you most of you would have seen in the pictures where when the king used to arrive, or he is going for some kind of war or anything, fights or anything. In that case, they used to just a kind of shankhnad is there. That is, they used to tell that yes, now some special event is going to take place. Nowadays, this is seen in the marriage of the common peoples as well. Okay. Next one we have, next is your Kamanchi or Kamanche. Okay. Kamanche is has now been converted into basically your guitars. Okay, what I know. Okay, but this is a little bit earlier, some more less similar to guitar only. Okay, next one we have Kanjira. I have never seen this one. Okay, people using it. Okay, so if you have seen, please do share the pictures with each and every one of us in the group so that we also can have it. Okay, so this is known as your Kanjira. Okay, next one we have Pakhavaj. Okay, this is more or less similar to this, but the materials, the kind of arrangements and the size varies in both the cases. That is in the case of Mridangam as well as in the case of Pakhavaj. Okay, the next one we have is, that is known as your Rabab. Okay, this one a kind of flute or something. Okay, because if you would have seen a Mohabbatein movie, the Shah Rukh Khan used to take this, somewhat similar to this. Piano also, not piano, sorry, flute, not flute as well. Okay, not that one. Related to your sitars only. Okay, little bit, as the strings are common in all the three, in Kamanche, Rabab as well as this one Sarangi. Okay, Sarangi, nowadays you'll be able to find the saints basically who used to ask for some kind of offerings from us. Okay, basically I'm not able to find this people using this Sarangi for a very usual basis. Basically very rare, all these instruments are being very rare. Okay, basically you'll be able to find first and the second one is very much common in the temples, in the marriages and everywhere. This one in the bhajans and everywhere, but rest of you, this is also much more common as you do use it occasionally, but rest of them, they are very rarely used, or it is of very rarely seen by us in our day-to-day life activities. Next one what we have is that researchers have identified the flute as the oldest musical instrument. During the time of cavemen, it was made from bird bone and mammoth ivory. So this is one of the fact files which you can use, that is flute is considered as the oldest musical instrument. Okay, I hope we don't have time to complete our next page, so we will be going ahead with the current affairs. And as you know that we have one more 2 questions, you have it, so please be ready for the screenshots or the questions, or clicking the pictures. Okay, starting with the current affairs, we have MDH owner Mahashay Dharampal Gulati dies at the age of 98. Spice brand MDH owner Mahashay, I hope that is Asli Masale such, if you remember that old person. I'm not sure, but I think he is only the one. Okay, Dharampal Gulati, he passed away on December 3rd at the age of 98 after battling cardiac arrest. Fondly called as Mahashayji or Dadaji, the Pice King. Okay, started from his own shop in Karol Bagh, Delhi, and went on to build MDH Mahashian the Hatti as one of the leading spices manufacturers of the nation. Next one, we have Andhra Pradesh passes bill to ban online gaming. That is good, especially for you all. Okay, and the Andhra Pradesh Assembly passed the AP Gaming, that is the Amendment Bill 2020 on December 1, 2020 to ban online gaming in the state. The government amended this AP Gaming Act 1974 to bring online gaming under its purview, that is under its guidance. The move came following a series of cases of youngsters committing suicide in the state after being pushed into debt due to online gaming. Okay, next one we have, that is the West Bengal launches Dwar Sarkar program, okay, or Duare Sarkar program. Okay, most probably it is Dwar only, okay, but maybe Duare. Okay, West Bengal government, Duare is a village word, what I remember is that Duare basically is Duar only, that is place where people used to arrive. West Bengal government on December 1st, 2020 launched the Dwar Sarkar, a massive outreach program for doorstep delivery of government schemes. Good. That is, the government is there at your doorstep. The program has been launched. This is mistake here. With the aim to make the state government schemes more accessible to the general public. The name of the program Dwar Sarkar literally means government at your doorstep. Okay. Basically, if you remember, that is I told you regarding the vaccines, if you remember. Okay, अगर आप लोग को याद हो तो कुछ दिन पहले मैंने आप लोग को vaccines के बारे में बताया था. That is you should go for the vaccines which are there at the government hospitals. Okay, they are very less, as well as they are inexpensive. Okay, that is at a very reasonable cost you will be able to get it, and at the same time the effect and everything is very nice here. Let us go ahead with this. In the same way, this is also, that is, हमें बहुत सारे ऐसे schemes है government के जो हमें पता ही नहीं होते हैं, वो आते हैं चले जाते हैं, people don't even know about them. That is, we are talking about the general public जिसके लिए वो scheme आई है. As a result of which, this is one of the initiatives of the government, so that these schemes must reach to the people for which it has been launched. Moving ahead, that is, India holds 7th Joint Commission meeting with Suriname. India and Suriname jointly held the 7th India-Suriname Joint Commission on December 2. The information was shared by the Ministry of External Affairs. During the meeting, both the countries reviewed bilateral ties and held discussions on deepening the political dialogue and regional cooperation. Next we have, that is, the West Bengal launches Dwar Sarkar, that is the same one that has been repeated here. Okay, 7th joint meeting, last one. Okay, install CCTVs at all police stations and offices of CBI, ED, NCB and NIA. Supreme Court has been ordered. It has directed the central and the state governments to install CCTVs at all these stations. That is, NCB is for your Narcotics Control Bureau, that is the drugs and everything. CBI, that is your Central Bureau of Investigation, NIA, National Investigation Agency, ED, Enforcement Directorate, and the Department of Revenue Intelligence. The CCTV should have night vision facility as well. Okay. Now the last, you have the questions here. Please note it down, take the screenshot or click the picture. Do it quickly. 30 seconds for this. Please click the questions as soon as possible. Done? Now I will not be providing you the current affairs in the PDF format. I'll be just telling you to write it down when we are discussing only. Please try to do it. I hope this is enough time for you to click the picture or take the screenshot. Now I'm closing it. Okay, so this was there for today. Okay, I hope you all would have got it, as well as you would have enjoyed the class as well, because you have got 4 questions related to mathematics which will trickle your brain as well as put some pressure on your brains to solve it. I need maximum participation from your side. So please do the questions and share your answers in the query session, and I'll be sharing you the answers, correct answers for that. Okay, so that's all for today. Thanks a lot for being with me and have a superb day ahead, and please don't forget to take all the necessary precautions. Thank you.